And so what we're going to talk about today is Nutricentials bioadaptive skincare. And here's kind of an introduction to it. Your skin has a mind of its own, but now it's resilient. Now you can make it resilient to what life throws at it. I mean, we all face stress. We face environmental stressors like late nights, pollution, UV and blue light rays. We face emotional stress. We can't escape stress. I know stress. I have a full-time job and I have 3 little girls and a house full of animals. I can't escape stress. So what can we do? We can use the skincare line for better balanced skin every day. It's so intuitive. It knows what your skin needs before you do, and then it has clean formulas with worry-free ingredients so you can feel confident about what you're putting on your skin. So that's the very broad overview, but let's now dig into kind of a couple of our platforms and then our individual products. And so here are some of the key ingredients. That is our hero ingredient that you will find in every single product in our Nutricentials line. It involves rhodiola, marl root, Siberian ginseng, chaga mushroom, and resurrection plant. I'll talk more about those on the next slide. They help to regulate the effects of stress, help your skin be more resilient to that stress, protect against pollution and other external stressors. And then in our Celtrix Always Right Recovery Fluid, it features our Hydroflex blend. And that is a specific blend that adapts to your skin's unique needs and environment by attracting and binding moisture to the skin or filtering away any excess moisture away as necessary to leave your skin feeling comfortable and hydrated in whatever place you may, whatever environment, whatever climate you may find yourself in. And we'll also talk a little bit more about how that works in a few minutes. Okay, going into our bioadaptive botanicals. So they are plants that thrive in these extreme climates thanks to their adaptive properties. So when we were looking to have these adaptive benefits, the first place we thought to look were these plants that live in these extreme environments, and they not only just survive in these environments, they thrive in these environments. And we wanted to take those benefits and apply them to your skin. And so what you can see here on this slide is a combination of all the different botanicals that we used. We used marl root, which you can find kind of in some of the higher elevations. Siberian ginseng, which is known for growing in can grow in heavily polluted soil. Chaga mushroom, which is kind of more cold and frigid climates. Rhodiola, which grows in soil with low nutrition and kind of by the seashore. And then my favorite, which is the resurrection plant. And what makes this plant so interesting is that it actually grows in the desert where there's essentially very little water and it's extremely hot. And it's able to adapt to that environment by when it's really dry and there's no water, it'll actually close up like this picture you see here on the left-hand side, and it'll look like it's dead. However, the minute you get some moisture, it'll actually burst forth, like you can see on the right-hand side, and it will look like it'll look completely alive again. It'll burst back to life. And being a scientist, I was always a little skeptical about this, so I found a sample of this. You can actually get resurrection plants on Amazon. So I went there and bought it here on our floor at work, and we placed it in some water, and really within a couple hours, it had gone from this really dead looking bulb to this kind of luscious plant that you see there on the right. So it definitely does it in real life. It's not just a marketing hype story. And allow them to thrive in these different environments. So we have applied that now to our skincare. Okay, so here are some of our system claims. So it's bioadaptive skincare that helps your skin adapt to its changing and unique environment, and it will help it recover from and gain resiliency to these environmental stressors. And then these are clean formulas with worry-free ingredients. We have a list of worry-free ingredients that our products do not include so that you can know when you use any of the products that they're free of these ingredients. And you can feel good about putting them on your skin. It protects and balances skin during the day, helping support the natural repair process overnight, and that'll give you visibly healthier, more resilient skin. And then it's gonna help you balance back from life's daily stressors. So it's gonna help boost your skin's resilience to all of the different stressors that'll come across, including free radicals, pollution, stress, etc. And it'll calm that tired, overexerted skin and revitalize your dull appearance and make you look glowing and radiant. And that's really what we wanted to focus on with this line, was really kind of bringing out that natural radiance of your skin. Because, you know, when you've had a long day at work or with the kids or in your remedy for that to help your skin look kind of bright and radiant once again. And then these products have all been formulated for all skin types. So don't have to worry about what skin type you are. You can use any of these products based on what need you are looking for and what texture, what fragrance you're allowed to. You can curate your product. And so first, we're going to go through each of these categories, starting with the cleanser. So first, we have our Day Away Micellar Beauty Water. So I'm only going to touch on a few points of each of these because we have a ton of products in only limited time. So you'll have to come back more if you want to hear every single little detail, but I'll give you a piece of it today. So it's going to gently but thoroughly remove pore-blocking dirt, oil, impurities, and makeup for cleaner skin and remove that excess oil. It'll make your skin feel moisturized and soothed. So essentially, this would be a great either first step to your cleansing routine. You can combine it with one of our other cleansers, or if you just want a little bit of freshing or just remove your makeup, this would work great for that. And so it's able to do that with a naturally derived solubilizer that not only will help break down and remove dirt, oil, and makeup, and then it has a plant-derived cleanser to then help cleanse and remove that dirt, oil, and makeup. And together you get this very gentle cleansing of your face. And like I said, you can combine it with some of our other cleansers. So our first one is Hydra Clean. And it will gently remove dirt, oil, and makeup without stripping the skin. And that's the key point of this one, and helping to support and maintain the skin's natural moisture barrier. So this texture will be more creamy and rich and give you a little bit more of that kind of gentle cleansing. And so it's doing that through some soothing ingredients, but also meadow foam seed oil that'll help hydrate and soften the skin in addition to the cleansing that's happening. Moving on to our other cleanser, To Be Clear Pure Cleansing Gel. It's a gel to foam formula that thoroughly removes pore-blocking dirt, oil, impurities, and makeup. It'll give you that cleaner skin without stripping moisture. And so it'll be more of a gel texture. It'll give you a little bit more cleansing, but you won't feel stripped at the end of it. You're going to still feel moisturized before you move on to your next step. And it's able to do that specifically through these amino acid cleansing agents. And you can see here on the right side, human skin is made up of different amino acids, and two of them are glycine and alanine. And that's what's the basis of these gentle cleansers. So they're very skin compatible, and they give a gentle foam to clean the pores and remove that excess oil, but leaving your skin not feeling stripped of moisture. Then we're gonna scoot on over to the toners. And so we have our In-Balance pH Balance Toner. And so it really focuses on reducing the appearance of pores, restoring your skin to that optimal pH level, and then strengthening the skin's natural moisture barrier. And so it's able to do this through witch hazel. So that's an astringent that'll help minimize those appearances of pores. And then this moisture strength blend. And it's a mixture of lactobacillus ferment, aloe, sodium PCA, and sodium hyaluronate that'll moisturize skin and help strengthen its natural moisture barrier. Okay, then we come to one of my favorite products, and it's one of the favorite products around the office here. When we were developing this Here You Glow exfoliating toner, and I was giving out samples to people, about a week or so later, I have people coming back over to my desk and saying, "So Lisa, do you have any more of that Here You Glow exfoliating toner that I can use?" I've become addicted to it. And so I became an under-the-table supplier of this toner. And it's one of everyone's favorites. And so some of the reasons why you're going to love it is it's a gentle, non-irritating formula with an effective 10% blend of AHAs, so alpha hydroxy acids, beta hydroxy acid, and polyhydroxy acid. So they're all different molecular weights and different, your BHA is oil soluble, your AHAs and PHA are water soluble. So they're going to get smooth and glowing. And so they're going to help accelerate that cell turnover by exfoliating and ungluing dead skin cells. So that's going to leave you with a soft, smooth, and radiant appearance. And also the other benefit of this is the BHA, so salicylic acid, will help clear up acne blemishes and blackheads while helping prevent new breakouts. So not only will you look glowing, but it also helps clear up your complexion at the same time. And so what's in it? I've already kind of hinted at this. You have your AHAs, lactic acid, glycolic acid, and malic acid. And they're water soluble and kind of smaller molecules, so they're able to penetrate and really be effective at accelerating skin turnover, leaving you with that fresh, smooth, even skin. And then BHA, salicylic acid, is oil soluble, so it's going to go right into your pores and help clear up acne and help prevent it from coming back. And then we have our gluconolactone, which is our polyhydroxy acid. And it's a larger molecular weight, so it stays a little bit more on the skin surface. And that size of the molecule also allows it to have more humectancy. So it's able to also draw water to the skin and keep your skin hydrated in addition to the exfoliation that it brings. Okay, and then we're going to move on to our serums. So we have our Celtrex Always Right Recovery Fluid, our hero of the line. And so the key claims on this: manages skin hydration to attract moisture when it's dry, but filter it away if your surroundings get hot or humid, so your skin will feel soft and comfortable. It'll also calm your skin and protect against and increase resiliency to the damaging effects of stress, pollution, and free radicals. So this is kind of that serum that you should use no matter what. If you're going to try one of the products and add it to your routine, this is one of those ones to add. And so the reason it's able to kind of have that balance of moisture is that it has the Hydroflex blend in it that I mentioned earlier. So it forms a soft ultralight shield that protects the skin from harmful environmental effects and auto adapts to your environment to always give your skin the right amount of hydration. And so how that works, if you look down at this diagram here, is that when it's excessively dry, it'll keep the moisture that's already in your skin, so it'll keep it in there so you stay hydrated, and it'll pull whatever moisture it can from the skin to give your skin as much moisture as it can. When there's excessive humidity, your skin's already feeling pretty moisturized, and we don't want it to feel uncomfortable and heavy. So it will actually kind of keep the moisture from being absorbed on your skin. So you can kind of see these water molecules bouncing off. And then in normal conditions, it's going to kind of adjust throughout the day, kind of based on what you need. So when you need more moisture, when do you not need as much moisture, it can adapt to that. It's a smart technology. And so another test we did on this, I mentioned anti-pollution a second ago, was an anti-pollution study. And so essentially what the protocol is for this is you have baseline, you have your product on the left-hand side here, and then what you do is you apply coal dust, which is kind of our stand-in for pollution, the 2.5, PM 2.5. And one thing you can note immediately on the side that's been treated is how much darker it is. And the reason that it's so much darker is because the product is all sticky on the outside and it's not getting to the skin. It's sticking all right on Celtrex so it can be easily removed, which you see here on the right-hand side. You see without Celtrex, there's still some coal dust left behind, but on the left-hand side, it's been completely removed because your Celtrex gave that protective shield. Okay, and then the companion product to it, our Celtrex Always Right Recovery Mask. It gives your skin a smooth, glowing, energized look so you can always put your best face forward. And it'll help calm and soothe skin. And it will do this by kind of combination of shea butter, which will give you that moisturization for softer, smoother skin, and agave extract, which will give you that calming and soothing to your skin. And so it's just perfect to kind of use at the end of the day when you've had a long day. It'll give you that kind of relaxation. And now we'll go into some of my favorite products, the moisturizers. So we'll start with our SPF moisturizers, which have a pretty cool story to them. So there's a lot of claims to them, but most important in my mind is that it protects against and prevents the damaging effects of blue light and infrared exposure, including discoloration, dullness, and premature aging. So this is our Daydream Protective Lotion Lightweight Date Moisturizer, SPF 35. So we'll have two SPFs. They're both SPF 35, different textures, so you have your choice. This line's all about having your choice. And so this is the lotion. And it also will give a glowing, luminous complexion and even skin tone for radiant skin. And so it's able to do that through this blue light and infrared antioxidant blend. And you're going to see a different blend in our cream that I'll talk about in a second. This is a blend of carnosine, pumpkin extract, and buriti oil. So the pumpkin extract and buriti oil were picked because they are kind of both high in lutein, which is a carotenoid that absorbs blue light. That's why it looks yellow. It actually gives the color to pumpkin and other yellow and orange type vegetables and fruits. And then we combine it with carnosine, which is a powerful antioxidant. And that will give antioxidant protection to help prevent the visibly damaging effects of blue light and infrared, like discoloration and dull looking skin. Now, I mean, it's good enough to say, oh, we have this technology, we know theoretically how it works, but we always want to prove it. That's the scientist in me. We want to show that it works. And so this is an in vivo study that we did. And essentially it's a comparison of 3 sites. One site is untreated and unexposed to blue light. That's actually this green line here. And then there's the site that's been treated with the product, so our Daydream Protective Lotion, and exposed to blue light. And then there's the site that has it's untreated and that's untreated and has been exposed to blue light, which is this orange one. So essentially what you see is that you can't even see the blue line on the slide because it overlaps so closely with the untreated no blue light exposure. So kind of to put it simply, essentially, if you were using the Daydream Protective Lotion in the study, it was like you hadn't been exposed to the effects of blue light whatsoever. You did not see any discoloration, because that's how this study was measured, was looking at a change in discoloration. So the lower numbers meant more discoloration, and if they remained the same, there's no change in discoloration. So using this Daydream Protective Lotion, there was no change in discoloration. So it was like you were not exposed to blue light whatsoever. Okay, and we also did an anti-pollution study with this one, same as Celltrex, and we saw very similar results. Darker where the product site was, the application site was, showing that the pollutants didn't get actually to the skin, they stayed on top of the skin, and then a better removal of the pollutants because of the protective shield. And then moving on to our creams, our Daydream Protective Cream, Creamy Day Moisturizer SPF 15, or SPF 35, sorry, excuse me on that one. So the reason why you're going to love it is that it will protect against and prevent the damaging effects of blue light and infrared exposure, including discoloration, dullness, and premature aging. That sounds familiar, but it's going to do it through a different mechanism this time. And it's going to help draw water to the skin to keep it smooth and hydrated. So you'll get a little bit richer texture with this one when your skin wants that. And so it's going to do that through the blue light and infrared filtering blend. So it's a French red bell pepper extract in combination with the pumpkin extract and the buriti oil that you already saw. And so what's interesting about the red bell pepper extract is that it actually absorbs in the blue light spectra because of the carotenoids that are in it as well. And it's specifically picked to be this red color because of these benefits that it has, showing how important it is when you're choosing ingredients to carefully pick ingredients and pick them at a certain time in their growth and a certain stage so you get the benefits you want. And so it just shows how cool nature is and what we can find in it. And so this ingredient will act as a free radical shield, but also as a blue light filter to help protect against those accelerated signs of aging from blue light, like visible hyperpigmentation and dull skin. Okay, and this one also has a blue light study, same protocol, looking at discoloration after exposure to blue light. Once again, this one you can see it's a little bit separate from the negative controls, the untreated and no blue light exposure, but same results as we saw for the lotion. So no discoloration was noted during the study, essentially showing that it was like the skin had not been exposed to blue light whatsoever. So that's exciting to see always her hypothesis kind of shown and proven to be true. Okay, so moving to our non-SPF moisturizers, we start with Thirst Fix Hydrating Gel Cream. So this is kind of our gel texture. It's really light and fresh. And so why you love it is it's going to help your skin attract and capture water so that it keeps its necessary moisture. It's going to help soothe the skin and balance excess sebum caused by fatigue, stress, and pollution. So that makes it really good for the more oily skin types. And then we did a moisturization study. So you see a great increase of moisturization here immediately, 173%. A boost, still hydrated after 12 hours, and that continued on a full 24 hours. So you could put it on once, it continues through the 24 hours. Okay, so the key ingredients in this one are the Biomimetic Moisturizing Complex, which is a blend of sugars and moisturizers that are naturally found in the skin, and they help attract and capture water. So you get that improved barrier function and the long-lasting and fast hydration. And then we combine it with a cat's whisker, not actually a cat's whisker, it's actually botanical, and it helps to soothe the skin and balance that excess sebum caused by everything going on in your life. And so that combination gives you a perfect lightweight moisturizer, especially for that oily skin type, though anyone can use it. Then moving on to our Do All Day Moisture Restore Cream. So that's kind of our medium weight texture. And so you're going to love it because it smooths, softens, soothes, nourishes, and conditions skin with a creamy formula, and also with very impressive moisturization results immediately after 12 hours and after a full 24 hours. And it does that through a blend of different ingredients. We'll focus on the pistachio nut oil, which softens and smooths the skin, giving it that wonderful after feel. And then finally, we have our Moisturize Me Intense Hydrating Cream. So it's our richest texture, and it's focused on improving skin radiance and luminosity for a healthy glow. And we'll talk about how in a second. And it also has impressive moisturization results at all of the time points, the same as the others. And so what's giving it that glow and luminosity is the Avodia ruticarpa. And so it increases radiance to visibly improve skin's luminosity. And this is another one of those ingredients where they pick it at a very certain stage because it has this benefit and from a very specific region, once again showing the importance of where you get your ingredients and purposely choosing it at the right stage to get the benefits you would like. Okay, and then our last category is our surprise and delight category. And this is another one of my favorites, the Brighter Day Exfoliating Scrub. And so why you're gonna love it, it removes pore blocking elements, leaving you with a smooth, glowing complexion. It's gonna help protect your skin against the effects of pollution and harmful free radicals by sloughing off those dead skin cells, reducing the amount of polluting particles on your skin. And it's gonna scrub away the visible effects of stress and pollution on your skin. And so this one is a beautiful purple color and it has a really fresh fragrance and it just gives you a really great experience, combining two types of exfoliation, which I'll talk about right now. It combines natural exfoliating minerals, which are extra fine, extra gentle, and naturally sourced, to gently and evenly exfoliate the skin to reveal that softer, smoother skin. But we didn't just stop there. We also added in pomegranate enzymes, and they're naturally sourced as well, gentle, and they're effective enzymes. And so this is enzymatic exfoliation, and they help to break down the glue of the skin, of the dead skin cells, and exfoliate for that smoother skin. So you have two mechanisms. One thing, like kind of a secret from a formulator, is that you never want to kind of approach a benefit or approach a problem from one way. You always want to have a couple different mechanisms. So in this product, we have both a physical mechanism for removing that the dead skin cells, and then we have this enzymatic way of doing it as well. And so you get that really effective exfoliation and that reveal of the really smooth skin. This one we did an anti-pollution test as well, but it's a little bit different. This, they actually applied the kohl first, and then they looked, and we did on this one, we actually tried a combination of two products. We wanted to combine HydroClean with our Brighter Day, just to see if you were having a day where you're out in the city and you're really exposed to pollution and you're not wearing your Celtrex or your Daydreams, which you should be, but if you didn't, how could those two products work together to really remove that heavy pollutant load on the skin? And so we see after using the HydroClean, which is this first product, you get quite a bit of removal, especially for a very gentle cleanser that's really kind of focused on kind of keeping that moisture barrier intact. But then this is where it gets cool, is you have the Brighter Day Exfoliating Scrub next, and you look at that skin site. First of all, no pollutants, it's beautiful. And then if you compare it to where it started in baseline, it's glowing and gorgeous. And so was exciting to me as a scientist to see, okay, not only did it kind of accomplish what we wanted it to do, to remove the pollutants, it also made the skin look even better. And so that was definitely encouraging to show that it has the benefits that we had formulated it to have. Okay, and then our final product, our Spa Day Creamy Hydrating Mask. So it will reduce dryness and help lock in moisture into skin like a magnet to give it that healthy, hydrated glow. And so it's actually going to have a combination of ingredients. We have our cactus and pine extracts that help the skin look dewy and radiant. And then we have our saccharide isomerate. And that is a molecule that reduces dryness and binds moisture to the skin for a healthy glow. That's the one that actually acts like a moisture magnet to keep your skin feeling hydrated and feeling comfortable. And so this is another one in combination with the Celtrex Always Right Recovery Mask that is perfect for a long day, a long stressful day where you just want to have a few minutes of relaxation, hopefully with not too much else going on, kids screaming and everything else going on. And you can just take a few minutes to just relax and just let this moisturize and calm and soothe. And so that is my brief, not quite so brief, but overview of the Nutricentials skin line. And I'll throw it back over to Justin.
Did I tell you guys that was going to be awesome or what? Lisa, thank you so much for sharing not just your knowledge, but your passion. I know you love this line.
Oh yeah, no problem. I love getting to talk about Nutricentials. It's one of my favorite things because it's been my baby ever since I started here at New Skin 3 years ago. We've been carefully crafting this, and it's so fun to get to tell everybody about it now.
Well, I love hearing you talk about your baby. You do a great job of it. So I really appreciate you coming on. Do you have a personal favorite?
So I kind of gave it away a little bit during the presentation, but it is the Here You Glow. It's one of the ones that I can't live without that toner, and it just makes my skin look glowing and it feels amazing. So if you just want to even just try one product out of this line, it's either going to be Celtrex or it's going to be this Here You Glow exfoliating toner. So definitely check those out.
Okay, terrific. Thank you so much.